Hello, we are discussing about strategic planning, implementation and control processes, and from our last discussions we will continue to discuss on corporate planning and divisional planning. And as we have already mentioned that in corporate and strategic planning we have four jobs to perform. One is to define our corporate mission, and which also reflects our vision, and we establish the SBUs, and then we need to also assign the resources according to the merit of each of these SBUs. So how do we analyze this merit, that which one, what kind of resources they deserve, and how do we decide on that? In the last couple of decades, we had several popular models to help us deciding about the resource distribution among our SBUs. One of the popular model was developed by McKinsey, the famous management consultancy group, and according to their model, that we can analyze the SBUs and their attractiveness on two dimensions. One is about what kind of position we hold in that business, and also what is the industry attractiveness of that business. So here we see that we have 9 cells to put our SBUs in this model. So for example, just to tell you that we in general we have 3 options to decide about our SBUs. For example, if we are very strong in any business but the attractiveness of the industry is low, so we can say that okay, let's hold this position. And same goes for some other businesses where it's like industry is it's medium attractive in a medium level, but we are still very strong on that industry, so we can hold that position. And even if it happens that industry is highly attractive, but we are kind of having a medium. Our status is like a medium player in that industry, so we can still try to hold on that position. But what happens to an industry where we are very strong, and then the industry is also very attractive? There we try to build the position. We try to continuously build our position in that industry and invest incrementally on that particular business, or you can say particular SBUs. Same happens for an industry which is medium attractive, and also our position is medium. So here we can also try to build that position. Yes, that's what we can try. But what about this business, like where we have a low attractive in the industry and our position is very low? Here it's better to harvest, and by harvest you can take anything. You can say that okay, we divest it, we sell that out to other businesses. We can do anything in that case. And now let's move on to see what else we can do. For industry is attractive, we are in a very low position. We are not so prominent player in that industry. So what do you think? What should we do? We can say that yeah, we can also harvest there, because it seems that future is very bleak there. So let's harvest it. What about the other one, like industry is attractive? No, industry is not so attractive, but we are strong there. But we know that the industry, it doesn't give us actually a good future, because industry will not, we have so many competitors. What happened to worry that industry was attractive, but the industry wasn't attractive. And they had some strong position, but then finally they had to harvest it. So let's take it that we also take a harvest decision there. So what else? We have some hold decisions. We are very high position there, and so we have we are very strong player in this category. And industry is also, yeah, there we build that position. Here medium. Can we say that we also can yeah, I think we should. Industry is very attractive. We are medium. We can grow there. So I can say that we can also build that position, because industry seems attractive. What about this position? Now I feel that look, this one medium industry, very high position. Industry is medium. I will say that I will also build that position. You see that and I think if you go to the McKinsey website, you will also see the same decisions suggested by them. So here it's a medium positions, and we don't know actually what is going to happen in future. It can go for better or worse. So let's hold these positions. About there, our position is very low and industry is very attractive. So let's try to hold it and just find out that can we make any headway in from our current status. And now the other prominent group, the Boston Consulting Group, they have also another way to help us deciding about distributing our resources to our SBUs. Market growth and the market share. By market growth we mean how big is the growth in that market, and then by market share mean how big is our position in that market. Here you see that when our position is also we are very strong in that market and market is growing high, so we take that positions as a start. And that can be the other the opposite can be, or the inverse of it can be the dog position, where the market we have a very low market share and market is not also growing that attractively. So here is a dog position. So here you see that there are some places or some market where we are very high. We have a very high share of the market, but the growth isn't that prospectful. So in that case, we can say that we can just keep on, continuing with our revenue and trying to get as much profit as possible, and then take it as a cash cow, and then try to invest the resources in our star position. And for question marks, I would say that that is like a resemblance, or that is like a parallelism of the hold positions. We have to decide whether from hold we will go to harvest or we will go to build. So here is a question mark, whether we so we are holding here, but whether we are going to build it and make it a star, or we are going to harvest it and consider it as a dog. So here we have a question mark. And these are the models, but unfortunately I will have to share with you that these models are not, they have fell out of our favor. I mean, the management practitioners, they don't like these models anymore, and they think that, look, in this age of globalizations, we should rather not limit ourselves within a particular industry. We should think about when it gets tougher to grow in an industry, we should think about the global expansions. So global expansion is a new opportunity, and accordingly we should also consider our SBUs. Some other people, they say that no, look, there should be a parity concept. Like when we have an SBU and we have the SBUs forming the companies. So SBUs are forming the companies. Now when so each of the SBUs, they actually are the SBUs together, they create the portfolio. So now when we compare the value of our company, and we see that which SBU is contributing to that the value of the company. If we see that some SBUs are contributing higher than the other SBUs, then that SBU should have that much proportionate share of our resources according to the impact they have on our company value. Some other people, some other management thinkers, they think that we should rather, when we see that we have a business with less prospect, and or we have a business with a higher competition, then can we actually work on our repositioning and see that whether we have an opportunity to make to recover our business, or to have a different trajectory for our growth. Or some other management thinkers, they think that okay, sometimes we can also if we see that we cannot compete on all dimensions that we are working on, then we can just focus on our core competencies, and we can outsource competencies. So I can write CY. So we can outsource the things that we can think as strategically not part of our core competency. So you can say that as strategic outsourcing. So these are the things now playing in our mind when we think about that how our management practitioners, they are considering about allocating resources to our SBUs. So let's in our next discussion we are working on, or we will discuss on assessing how we see the growth opportunities in each of our SBUs. Thank you.